Okay, good evening. I'd like to again start by saying we had a terrific crowd again tonight. The corral has done an excellent job all year long bringing energy to the building. The upper corral, I mean, we got the students upstairs now. Those students upstairs, man, I want to give those guys a shout out. I mean, they come, not only they come to the game, they stay for the entire game. And I think that just brings so much adrenaline to our guys and gets our guys fired up to see the overflow of their peers here to support them. Longhorn Nation obviously been great all year long. This is a great team win. I thought up and down our bench, Brock came in, obviously, and did a great job for us. I thought Kristen Bishop came in and gave us great minutes. Ontario Morris came in and gave us really good positive minutes early to start the ball game. You just go right up and down that bench. It was just, again, everybody came in the game and made an incredible contribution. I thought we played tough. I thought that we did a great job with our physicality in terms of really trying to control the glass. And we really guarded hard tonight, a really good Iowa State team here at home.
Questions for the players, please raise your hand. We'll bring a mic to you. Start on the front left. Thomas, go ahead, please.
Hey, Tyrese, when you went back to Iowa State, that couldn't have been, it wasn't easy, 3 of 11 from the field. How much more comfortable were you tonight at home against that defense?
I say I was, in the same mindset and, feeling the same. Just some shots didn't fall down. My routine from beginning of the year to now hasn't changed. So I'm confident with every shot that goes up. If some fall, some don't. But I know, I'm not tripping. My teammates picking me up for it.
Kurt, go ahead, please.
Brock, how would you describe this year's offense compared to last year and the depth and the balanced scoring y'all have?
Before I answer that, again, the corral did an amazing job. The students showed out, and Hall of Texas Nation. Moody Center is becoming one of the best places to play in college basketball, so I had to throw that out there. And then this year to last year, we're playing with a better pace, and there's something to be said for chemistry. We've got a bunch of guys that played on last year's team carrying it over to this year's team, and you can see how we mesh better after that year. And then also we're deep. We have Christian Bishop, Jabari, Arterio, myself, all coming off the bench, and that's 9 guys that can play high-level basketball. I think that's a couple aspects of why our offense looks better this year.
Noah in the back left camera, please.
Tyrese, there was a notable amount of smiling tonight on the court from you, Timmy, everybody. It seemed like everybody was playing so loose. How much were you enjoying this one, and just how comfortable were you guys feeling out there?
Like I said again, it's for my preparation. Knowing what we prepare for and going out there and executing it. It brings the joy to the game, and I feel like shout out to our fans. Them being so involved in the game. Us being engaged with them, just smiling, having fun. So just being out there having fun.
Keenan, front left, please.
Hey, Brock and Tyrese. So you guys kind of flipped the script on them from last game where they shot poorly from 3 and you shot really well from 3. What do you think went into that? Do you think that's luck, or do you think that's like a mindset or something like that?
It's not luck. It's the game of basketball. You're going to have hot nights and you have nights where you can't score, and it just really comes back to our defense, and that was the difference in this game. Up at Iowa State, we didn't play our best defensive ball assignments, but tonight we were on it. We were ready to play defensively the entire game.
Back left, Terry.
Brock, can you tell us what is it like to defend, in the middle, Trey? I think he's 6'7", and I mean, it's just a battle. It's a UFC fight down there. What's it like for you to just go to battle under the boards?
It's a good time. I enjoy it. That's been part of my role ever since I stepped on campus, being able to be a guy that can guard multiple positions and just be someone that you can't. It's hard to say. I enjoy battling down low. It's always fun guarding post players. That's the best I got right there.
Thomas, front left, please.
Tyrese or Brock, you can answer. Did y'all watch a Kansas game last night? And do you kind of enjoy the moment, like, hey, we're still tied for first place?
Yeah, for sure. Just living in the moment regardless. I know we probably watch every game that come on, Big 12 play, basketball. But, we got to look forward to, our next opponent and just enjoying that and living where our feet is.
Two last ones for the players. Nick in front here, please.
Yeah, Brock, you mentioned the depth before. You, Christian, and Jabari come off the bench. You guys kind of sparked that 16-0 run in the first half. Just curious, what's the mindset for y'all coming off the bench? 3 seniors, 3 guys who have been here for a long time doing this.
It's nothing more than trying to impact winning. That's the biggest goal. Myself, Christian, and Jabari could be at places where we could start, but we're all focused on winning. And our starting five is, extremely talented. So it's just all about having the right mindset and being a team.
Real quick, what do you think about Arterio kind of getting going in the first half?
Very deserving. He has had the best attitude the last couple weeks through the ups and the downs. Some games not playing, but every day he's come to practice. He's got a great attitude. He's focused on his defense, and he's learning his niche at this level, 3 and D, and he's doing it at an unbelievable rate. So he was very deserving of a good game tonight.
Yeah, Tyrese, you got 3 games left. Y'all do in Kansas. What do you think will be the deciding factor in determining the champion down the stretch?
Defense. We're gonna hang our hat on defense. Just be aggressive. Be us. Be who we've been the whole year. And I could just lay it on that as we're gonna come out and play defense.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Raise hands. We'll pass my questions to Coach Terry, please. Start here front with Jeff, please.
Rodney, kind of going back to what Tyrese and Brock both just talked about, what is it about this team that's allowed them to live in the moment and play 40 minutes for 40 minutes and not think about what happened last game and not look ahead? What's special about this group in that regard?
I think all teams that have a chance to win a championship, which we set out this year to try to attain as a goal as a team, they have to have great chemistry. I thought that started this summer. That wasn't coach-driven. It was player-driven. These guys spent a lot of time with each other this summer. They carried that over into the fall, and they've had great chemistry both on and off the court. We didn't have to force-feed these guys to want to hang with each other, like playing with each other, embracing their roles, trying to be stars in their roles. And I think that's been the biggest difference, to be honest with you, in terms of where we are right now and where we have a chance to continue to go in the future.
Keenan, front, middle, please.
Hey, Coach Terry. So tonight you guys played one of the best defenses in the country, statistically the best defense in the Big 12, really elite across the board, and you managed to score 44 points in one half against them. What do you think is the difference between the mindset from last game and the mindset from this game that allowed you guys to be so successful?
Well, Oklahoma's a good defensive team too. You know what I mean? Every team in our league can really guard, and obviously Iowa State has an elite level defense. Oklahoma, Porter Moser does as good a job as anybody in terms of preparing his team, and they sit down, they guard. You go back and look at all their scores. They've been close games as well. I just think, again, we have a variety of ways that we can score the ball this year. And we can play all different kind of ways in any different games. We can play through the post. We can play through our guards. We can play in transition off our defense. Tonight we got a lot of offense off our defense. So we can score in a variety of ways. I think the biggest thing and the challenge for our guys is to continue to want to try to have an elite level defense going into heading into March.
Independent of it being against his former team, how important is it for Tyrese to have nights like this and to really open up everything else that y'all can do on offense when you have 2 quality guards or even 3 quality guards out there getting their shots?
Tyrese has been working extremely hard, and I'm glad to see that he had some positive results tonight from all of his hard work. And a lot of times we look at Tyrese in terms of scoring and things of that nature there. I go back to the Baylor game, and even I can't remember what game we had right after the Baylor game, but K-State game. His impact on those games and those wins was a lot, what we kind of expected that we were getting this year. A guy that could really guard, have a chance to be one of the better defensive guards in this league, and really helped us win the game, aside from being able to score the ball and everything. So, when I measure him on what his value is to our team, it's more than scoring the ball. Obviously, that helps our team when he's able to score the ball, but his defensive presence, his ability to manage the game and get other guys involved and play with great pace, that makes our team really, really good. We scored the ball well tonight, but he was a big part of the pace in terms of how we started the game and getting other guys involved.
Yeah, Coach Terry, going back to the pace, I was thinking about this. He seemed to have taken, I don't know if I'd say taken over Marcus Carr's position to lead the team, but he certainly led that, a lot of the plays, and he was front of that. Did he show that in practice, or you just knew that he's capable of this? Well, let's put him in the position. He's going to rise to the occasion.
Well, I tell you, all year long, his role has been to be the lead guard for us. I mean, we wanted Marcus to obviously have to handle some ball handling responsibility, but we want Marcus to do what he does best, score that basketball. Knowing that he'll still have to have an opportunity throughout the course of the game to play with the ball and make decisions with the ball. But I think our team's been able to be pretty good offensively because Tyrese has been the point guard for us. We have a dead ball set. He's the point guard that gets us in our offense when he's on the floor. And I think it allows Marcus to play more freely and play to his strength as well. There are going to be times when Marcus has to play the point when Tyrese is out of the game, but I think having two guys out there that both can handle basketball has been a huge difference for our team this year. We didn't have that last year. We had a lot of guys that didn't want to handle the basketball, and Marcus had to handle basketball in terms of initiating offense. He had to score, and he had to defend, so he had to do a lot of different things, and we kind of wore him down as the season went along.
Hey there, Rodney, back here. When Brock talked about Arterio's attitude, I saw you nodding your head aggressively. What can you say about Arterio's attitude, and how has that attitude maybe influenced the whole team chemistry that you and Brock and Tyrese talked about?
Arterio Morris is an extremely talented player. He's playing on an older team. And the older guards have really embraced him, and they've really, tried to help him this year. I think he's done a great job of really taking their tutelage, whether it be in practice and games. And man, the sky's the limit on how good he's going to really be. I mean, he's a super talented player, and he's really bought into the defensive side of the ball as well. Was something early in the year that he kind of struggled a little bit with, but he's really bought into that role. And offensively, he's going to be as good as he wants to be. He's a guy that can get downhill. He's a guy that can shoot the basketball. He's an extremely talented player. I mean, he's got, if he continues to just, approach, have the kind of approach that he has right now, finishing the year strong. And I've said to him all along, there are going to be moments down the stretch here where you're going to be an impactful player where you have to come in and put your footprints on the ball game for us. So you just keep working, keep having a great attitude. And, man, we're going to need you down the stretch. But his future is very bright. He is a really, really talented young player that has a chance to definitely be a next-level player throughout the course of his career as he continues to work and continue to get better.
With just a handful of regular season games left, how are you keeping the team's mental energy up?
Yeah, I think this time of year is really, really important that as much as we concentrate on the physical part, I think the mental piece is as important as well in terms of fatigue. You need to let these guys, be student athletes. Let them have a chance to continue to work on their academics, make sure they're caught up. We're going to have some time here in the near future where we're going to be away a lot in postseason play, and let them kind of have a normal student life a little bit. Tomorrow we'll take off where they don't have any basketball responsibilities. Obviously, they'll continue to still come in and at some point during the day and work on their bodies for recovery. But I think it's really important that they get a chance to recharge and hit the reset button a little bit. This league is very tough, man. It's every night. It's an elite level team. We beat a really good Iowa State team tonight at home that's had a really, really good season to this point. We're going to play a really good team on their home court Saturday in Waco, an elite level team, top 10 team in the country. I think it's really important that we manage the guys to where they're able to be fresh, excited about still being in the gym, and wanting to compete at a high level from an energy standpoint. So I think it's important that we manage that the right way, both mentally and physically, both.
Coach, you just talked about keeping your guys fresh, and Brock's talking about being able to go 9 deep comfortably. How helpful, how valuable is that in the Big 12 to not only give different looks, but keep guys from playing 35 minutes a game when you have so many guys that can play?
Well, I mean, all championship teams have guys that come in and contribute from the bench, and we're fortunate enough to have 4 guys that can come off, and a couple of those guys on other teams could be starters for other teams, but they've really embraced their roles, and they've been stars in their roles for us. And, just staying fresh this time of year to where you're able to peak and play your best basketball at the right time is really critical for us. And I know our training staff, Warren does an incredible job, along with John Riley, our strength and conditioning guy. They do a great job in terms of really taking care of our guys' bodies. And from an academic side of things, I mean, we have an elite level academic advisor in Kat Hastings. She does a great job in taking a lot of stress off our guys from an academic standpoint. Because you really talk about the totality of what guys are asked to do on a daily basis. It's academics at an elite level here at the University of Texas, and it's basketball at an elite level. And I thought our guys have done a great job of managing that all year long.
You had 12 threes tonight, but you don't really live and die with the three every game like some teams do. How hard do you think you are to prepare for?
Well, again, I think we can. On any given night, we can play any kind of different way from an offensive standpoint. We can, again, play through our bigs. We can play through Timmy Allen. We can play through our guards and Marcus Carr and Tyrese Hunter and, Jabari Rice. We can play through those guys as well. But, when you play an elite-level defense like we played tonight, you've got to really try to, get some concentration on really trying to get to the paint and play inside out. Tonight, I thought we did a great job of playing inside out. We got some really good looks from the perimeter. Our guys really did a great job of sharing the basketball. We had 16 assists in the game. Our goal was to try to have, I think we had 16. Our goal was to, we had 18. We had 18 assists. Our goal was to try to have 18 plus. And against a team like Iowa State, it's really critical that you have great ball movement, player movement, and I thought we did a nice job of that tonight, really attacking inside out.
Do you have a set threes you like to get at least blank threes again?
Well, I mean, I don't think we have a set number coming into the game saying we got to come in and we got to, try to beat a team from scoring from the perimeter. We like to try to say that we like to get paint touches. We're really good when we get paint touches and we shoot uncontested shots. That's what we're really at our best.
Rodney, this is one of your better offensive rebounding games of the year, and as well as you shot the ball tonight, you still have 14 offensive rebounds. When you look at a box score and see 14 offensive rebounds, how do you interpret that? Is it winning the physicality? Is it effort? Where does that show up for you?
That was a physical mindset, coming into this game. I mean, Iowa State's a physical team. We played up in Ames. They were the more physical team that night. They were the tougher team that night. Obviously we got a chance to see that on tape and got a chance to watch them the last couple games. And, anytime you're playing TJ's team, they're going to guard extremely hard. They're going to make it difficult for you to get open looks. But, again, we thought we could do a great job of, crashing the glass and trying to get back on defense. They do a great job of crashing the glass and, forcing you to try to be physical with blockouts as well. So, I thought our guys did a great job of really getting in there and mixing it up and taking on the physicality of the game.
Over here, Ronnie. Texas and Kansas have now really separated themselves from the pack with 2 games and 3 games to play. Is there a particular element about this team that tells you it could go out and take a Big 12 championship the program hasn't won in 15 years?
Well, I think this group's done a great job of just, attacking what's in front of us. Tonight was a big game for us because it was the next game in front of us. Obviously we have a lot of respect for Scott Drew and Baylor. Baylor's really, really good. They're one of the better teams in the country, the top 10 team in the country. When you talk about perimeter scoring, and they've added their other big that was injured earlier. I mean, they're as good a team as that you're going to play in the country. But our guys have done a great job of really understanding you can have this game with you for one night, win or lose, and then it's on to another elite level team that you have to play in this league. And we have an incredible challenge on the road, playing one of the best teams in the country in Baylor. Kansas has had a great year. They have a great team, but we're not playing Kansas right now. We're playing Baylor on Saturday, and, last I checked, they won a national championship, and they have an elite-level coach that does a great job preparing its guys to compete at a high level.
Thank you all. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.